Do you script conversations in your head before they happen? Full mental rehearsals where you play both sides, anticipate responses, and practice your tone? You've probably been told this is anxiety, that you're overthinking, that you should just be yourself and let conversations flow naturally. But psychology tells a different story. Pre-conversation rehearsal isn't random worry, it's strategic, it's purposeful, and it's linked to rare cognitive abilities that only a small percentage of people possess. If you mentally rehearse conversations consistently, you likely have at least some of these five traits. Let's dive in. Trait number one, strategic thinking and outcome optimization. Your brain isn't catastrophizing, it's optimizing. While most people approach conversations reactively, your brain operates proactively. You're running simulations, testing variables, mapping potential outcomes, and choosing the path most likely to achieve your goal. When you rehearse a difficult conversation with your boss, you're anticipating objections and preparing responses. You're choosing words to minimize defensiveness and maximize clarity. Research shows people who engage in mental rehearsal are more successful in negotiations and conflict resolution. They've already solved problems in their minds before those problems arise in reality. You're not overthinking. You're thinking ahead. That's intelligence. Trait number two, low tolerance for miscommunication. You don't rehearse because you're insecure. You rehearse because you deeply value being understood, and you know how easily communication can fail. You've experienced the consequences of being misunderstood, so you carefully construct what you'll say, testing different phrasings, considering how your words might be interpreted. This is high communicative precision. Studies suggest only 15 to 20% of people have this level of linguistic conscientiousness. When you speak, your words carry weight, clarity, and intention. That's not a flaw, that's mastery. Trait number three, emotional regulation through preparation. You're not scripting because you don't know what to think. You're scripting to process emotional intensity before the conversation so you can stay calm when it happens. This is anticipatory emotional regulation, a sophisticated coping mechanism for people with high emotional intelligence. Mental rehearsal activates similar brain regions as actual experience. Each rehearsal desensitizes you slightly, building emotional muscle memory. By the time the real conversation happens, you've already felt the fear, anger, or vulnerability. You're less likely to be hijacked by those emotions in real time. Most people go into difficult conversations reactive and dysregulated. You prepare because you're emotionally intelligent enough to know you need it. That's wisdom. Trait number four, high verbal intelligence. You have an exceptional relationship with language. You're not just thinking about what to say, you're crafting how to say it. People with high verbal IQ generate multiple linguistic options and evaluate them for effectiveness. You might think, should I say I felt hurt or I felt dismissed? Does I need space sound cold? This linguistic deliberation is rare. You know words shape reality. The way you frame something changes how it's received. You treat communication as a craft. When you speak, you're clear, intentional, and effective. That's a rare and valuable skill. Trait number five, control seeking in uncertainty. Conversations are unpredictable. For most people, that's fine. For you, it's deeply uncomfortable. When you rehearse, you're trying to create certainty. You imagine what they'll say, prepare your response, map the entire interaction. This gives you a sense of control. People with this trait often experience unpredictability in childhood. Their brains learn that unpredictability equals danger, so they develop strategies to create predictability. This isn't pathological. This is adaptive. But recognize when this need for control becomes limiting, when you avoid conversations because you can't rehearse them enough. The work is building tolerance for uncertainty, discovering you can handle unpredictability better than your nervous system believes. So if you rehearse conversations, you're not anxious. You're strategic, precise, emotionally intelligent, linguistically advanced, and seeking certainty. The goal isn't to stop rehearsing. It's to understand why you do it and decide when it serves you and when it doesn't. Next time you catch yourself scripting a conversation, ask, is this preparation or protection? Is this serving me or exhausting me? Then with compassion, decide whether to keep rehearsing or trust yourself to handle it in the moment. You're not broken, you're thorough. And that's not a flaw, that's a strength. Which trait resonated most with you? Drop a comment below. And if this video made you feel seen, consider subscribing. Thanks for